Happy game day, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge. Thank you to all who have been watching the content at the Sooner Surge. Make sure you check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Start of the Month Club. Use code SURGE for 10% off your first 3 months. It's the day a lot of Sooner fans have been highly anticipating, especially since July 1st when the Sooners became part of the SEC. It's opening week, Friday night, 6 p.m. tonight kick, OU versus Temple. Opening thoughts, guys.
Yeah, it's week 1 of college football, and Oklahoma's playing a not very good team. I mean, Temple went 3-9 a year ago. They're still a rebuilding program that I think is going to take at least this year to continue that rebuild for them, and I think that's all there is to it. I mean, again, 3-9 in the American is not good. I think this is an even worse team than Oklahoma played last year, the first week of the season in Arkansas State. It would go as far to say probably the worst home opener Oklahoma's had over the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, as we record this, I just got done watching a little bit of football, flipping through the channels tonight, and the teams that are playing bad teams are destroying. I mean, that's what OU should do tonight. They should go out there, take care of business. It shouldn't be close. It shouldn't be pretty at all for Temple. It should be pretty ugly. OU should pretty ugly it up. Control the line of scrimmage. I think everybody wants to see how Jackson Arnold does, obviously. But I think they should be able to run the ball extremely well against this team. They're a lot more physical. They got a lot more experience. Temple's just not very good. You mentioned it, Hunter. Arkansas State would probably be favored over Temple. So that's just a fact. So go out there, take care of business week 1, hope for no injuries.
Yeah, there isn't really much to say about the Temple Owls. It's flat out, Hunter, Jason, Jeremy, you guys have all said it. This is not a good team. This is a team in which Oklahoma should dominate. It should not be a very close game. And I think that Oklahoma, if they somehow struggle in this game, which I didn't expect it to happen at all, then I think we will all be very, very upset after the game. Yeah. But I also do think that Oklahoma, they just need to go out, just play really freely, really loose. It's the start of the new era of Oklahoma football in the SEC. So it's really an exciting time to be a Sooner fan.
3 things, guys. Few penalties, no injuries, clear the bench. That's the things I'm looking forward to tonight. Let's go, guys. Sooner standouts. I'm going to start with my Sooner standouts. Offense, defense, and special teams. I'm going 3 Sooner standouts here today. And I'll start with special teams. Yeah, I didn't think it was a hot take because I think he's going to run one back every game. Peyton Bowen will get a punt return for a TD. I'm going to say that. Okay, that's he's my Sooner standout. Although I do think Tyler Keltner gets some opportunities and looks good, but I'm going to say Peyton Bowen with just the flash that he shows tonight. I think in the return game. Defensively, I'm going to go maybe a bit of a shock here, guys. I think the guy on defense that's just going to wow people is I'm going to go RSJ. Maybe he's not one that a lot of people are talking about in the mix with a lot of guys. Obviously, he's going to play a lot. I think people are going to be very, very excited about what they see from RSJ tonight. And on the offensive side of the ball, I'm going to go Brennan Thompson. I think people want Jackson Arnold, know what he can do. I've been high on Brennan Thompson a long time. I think with Andrell Anthony being available, but maybe not full strength or being going to be used that much, we know Nick Anderson is not playing. It's Brennan Thompson's time, and I think he shows out tonight.
Jeremy, you took my offensive standout, so I'll go with something different. I said the other night on the live, I thought Brennan Thompson scores the first touchdown of the 2024 campaign for Oklahoma. But I'll go with Gavin Sawchuk. I think he has a big day on the ground. RB1 for the Sooners. Again, for Oklahoma, you got to establish the run game. I mean, a year ago, it was not good early on. For the first 6 or so weeks of the season, the back half of the season, they found something with Gavin Sawchuk. I think that continues into the 2024 season, in which Sawchuk is in for a big season for him, and I think he has over 150 yards. Defensively, I'm going to go Jaden Jackson, the true freshman, defensive tackle. A lot of talk going to be starting as a true freshman. That's massive. 4-star recruit in the 2024 class. I think Jaden Jackson has a big day and shows why he is starting as a true freshman week 1 on that defensive line for Oklahoma. And special teams, Tyler Keltner, going to be the place kicker for Oklahoma this week. I think he takes care of business. Possibly no field goal attempts. I would think Oklahoma's getting into the end zone a lot, but I think he takes care of business in the PAT area.
Well, Jeremy, I'm going to go with you on Bowen. I'm not going to pick a different one. I think I agree with what you said on Bowen at special teams. Hunter, you stole my offensive, Gavin Sawchuk. Now, I could easily go Deion Burks because they just have so many weapons. But I'm going to go with somebody else, and it's another running back, and I think Javonte Barnes. I think Javonte Barnes is going to get a lot of carries, and I think he's going to show out tonight. I really do. I think the running game will be strong, and I wonder, like at Burks, if they get a lead real quick, how much they'll be throwing to him. So I'm going to go Javonte Barnes, and then on defense, I'm going to go with the guy that is going to be licking his chops, and because the guy right next to him is going to get so much attention. Danny Stutzman's going to get so much attention. Kip Lewis is going to be running around like a freak out there, and he's going to make a ton of tackles, I think, and a ton of big plays. So I'm going to go Kip Lewis.
Well, Jay, you stole both of my players on offense.
That's what I do.
But I'll agree with you guys on special teams and Peyton Bowen. On offense, I'll go with Andrel Anthony. I think him coming back from injury, last year he was Oklahoma's best wide receiver up until he got hurt. I think that now also we don't know how much he's going to play, but in the opportunities he gets, I think he's going to show why. He is debatably one of the best wide receivers on this Oklahoma team. And then on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, I guess if I want to go with the easy way out, I'll do it, but I want to go with R. Mason Thomas. I think last year there was so much hype for him, and he just dealt with an ankle issue all year long. We've seen his ability to flash whenever it comes to rushing the passer. And I actually think that R. Mason Thomas will end up with 2 sacks on the day and really get back to the guy that we all think he can be.
Well, what's interesting, none of us picked Danny Stutzman or Billy Bowman. I think that's just because it's too easy. It's too easy to pick them.
Same with Arnold.
Like, I mean, you would think that those guys are going to put up numbers. And
score predictions, guys. We're going to start. We're going to go in order here. We got 4 games we're going to pick. We're going to go in order: Friday, Saturday night, Sunday. Okay, guys? We'll start with the OU game. I'm going to start. It's 59-6 is my score predictions. It's 8 TDs and a field goal by Tyler Keltner. And I think they get in the end zone once and don't get the extra point. I'm going 59-6 Sooners.
I'm going to go 52-3 Oklahoma. Again, a blowout. Expect Oklahoma to get up early and not a single starter to play in the second half.
I'm going to go 66-7. I think they're going to get in late. I'll go 66-7 Oklahoma.
I'm going to go 66-0. I think the defense shuts them out on the whole day.
Next game, guys, it's Saturday. During the day, you got Georgia versus Clemson. We already know what Jay's going to do. I'm picking Georgia. To me, Kirby Smart having an entire offseason, one in which they know they probably should have had a chance in the college football playoff and didn't get one. The odds of them losing opening week, slim. Georgia.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jerem. I got Georgia by 20. It's in Atlanta. That's their second home. Playing a Clemson team that, I mean, what are they going to be? Last year was a disappointing year for Dabo and the Tigers. Cade Klubnik back for another year with Garrett Riley. But again, Georgia's the best team in the country, and they're going to show it in Atlanta.
Year 2 under Kubik and Riley. If you look back to last year down the stretch, Clemson played really good football. Everybody's sleeping on them. I'm taking Clemson 27-24 over Georgia Bulldogs in a big upset week 1.
Jay, I agree with you. I think Clemson is going to win. I'm super high on.
Can you say it without laughing? Because if you say it with your laughing, it kind of acts like you're just flying off the seat of your pants, bro.
No, but I really do think that Cade Klubnik, he's my sleeper pick for the Heisman this year.
agree.
And I think that Garrett Riley, year 2 in that system, we saw how he was able to turn TCU into maybe the best offense in the country. I think we're going to see Clemson take that sort of jump and have a monster game against.
Yeah, you guys are free to pick you want. I guess you didn't watch much of Cade Klubnik. He was not very good last year. He was part of the reason Clemson was as bad as they were and didn't get to where they were. But you guys have your opinions. We're going to Saturday night. It's Notre Dame versus A&M, 12th man in College Station. I'm very high on Riley Leonard. I'm going to say that. Very high on him at quarterback. I think he's a tough dude. He's a great game manager. I'm not as high on Freeman as the coach. And I am very high on Elko trying to make a statement early in this home game. This is the game they've been circling. Statement game for Elko and company. I got A&M.
Man, Jerem, we're agreeing tonight. Texas A&M at home. Again, 12th man, as you said. Johnny Manziel, Money Manziel, the college game day picker. I'm still not sold on Notre Dame, even with Riley Leonard. I think that's a very tough place for them to go into week 1 and find a win. So give me Texas A&M as they're trying to maybe sneak into the college football playoff.
And you guys know I think Texas A&M is a sleeper to kind of sneak in there with their schedule. Their schedules, if you get past Notre Dame, their schedule is very favorable compared to other SEC schedules. Here's the thing, Notre Dame. Offensive line, 6 starts between all of them, okay? They're very inexperienced, and you're going against a really, really strong defensive front. That is the strength, I think, of this Texas A&M team. Defensive line is going to be really solid. I look a mismatch on the line of scrimmage there, and I look to this for this to be a little bit more low-scoring game, and I think Texas A&M wins.
Yeah, I agree with all of you guys. I think A&M is going to win, and I do think that A&M is a sleeper team to make the playoff this year as well.
Brings us to Sunday. Tebow's Trojans versus LSU. Listen, I know I've said in the offseason, I am really, really impressed with Garrett Nussmeier. I think SEC in this game, and I will say that this is a chance for Tebow and the Trojans to kind of start fresh after the Caleb Williams era to kind of get back where Lincoln Riley, maybe the hopes aren't super high and the expectations. And sometimes that's when maybe they can come in under the radar. It's not happening Sunday. Garrett Nussmeier and the LSU Tigers going to win that game.
4 for 4, Jeremy. We're both going 4 for 4 on this. Agreeing with you for the 4th time here. Give me LSU. Again, not as big of a Nussmeier fan as you are, but Miller Moss is quarterback for USC. I think he's going to be solid, but again, it's a matchup in Vegas. Lincoln Riley wanted out of this game. He's not able to get out of it. I just give me Brian Kelly and the Tigers.
I think USC wins this game, guys. I really do. I think Miller Moss has a really good game. This is where Lincoln Riley, I would say, under the radar. Not as much pressure on you to win this game. I think this is kind of where he loves to thrive. And I think USC goes in there and surprises LSU. We all know Lincoln's famous words, I will not be taking the LSU job. Well, now you got a chance to beat him, Lincoln. Let's see what you can do. I think USC gets the victory.
Jay, I have no idea what you're drinking tonight, but I think that LSU is going to win by 20 plus versus USC. I think that USC is one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. I think they're soft, but yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout.
And there you have it. Sooner Nation, drop your comments in the chat, in the comment section of this video. We want to know who your Sooner standouts are for tonight against the Temple Owls, and we want to know your score predictions. Thanks for watching. We'll be on before the game tonight live. We'll be on after the game immediately following, and we're ready to roll with you guys. Cannot wait. We'll see you next time.